name is Kristen Markey. Welcome to Village Eats, our Greenwood Village cooking show, where we meet great neighbors, we cook, and we have a lot of fun. I'd like to introduce you today to our guests, Nadia and Victor. They have been Greenwood Village residents for 15 years, and they are fantastic cooks. So welcome to
Thank
Village
you.
Eats.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
We're really excited about being here. Actually, it was funny because we got involved in this with Melissa for an audition for the show, and we were talking about this, and we were like, we're so glad Kristen got it, because now we can just be guests and not have to be doing all the work, and I think it's a lot funner on this side, and I can tell you Victor's very happy about that decision. So
well, I'm so glad you're here, because Melissa said that you guys are amazing cooks, and they have really been, you've really been a part of designing this meal today.
Thank
so
you.
when we first had our conversation, you brought up turmeric, that you cook with a lot of turmeric.
Right.
And that has been something, a really good friend of mine has gone through cancer and chemo and radiation, and she reached out to me and said, I need more recipes with turmeric. So I've really been focused on turmeric. So today, our menu has a lot of turmeric in it. Starting with our mocktail.
Thank you.
Now this may look like an interesting color to everyone out here.
It's beautiful.
But I like to cheers to our show as we start off.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for being here.
Cheers, Victor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You like it?
Oh, it's really refreshing. Yes,
Yeah.
it's very nice. Actually, the ginger is really prominent, which is delicious.
So I made it. This is a good thing.
Brilliant.
This is a good thing to
love it.
make ahead of time when you're having guests over and you want to do a non-alcoholic drink. So
Very nice.
this,
And
I
then
put.
no one is watching, you can add your own shot.
Yes, you definitely can have your own shot. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, this might be good with a little vodka in it. But this is, and I'll have the recipe on greenwoodvillage.com. It has a big piece of ginger in it, fresh ginger. I peeled it, and it has some honey and about a third a cup of lime juice. And then you put some chia seeds in there, and I've got
Oh,
some
gosh, it's
thyme
really
from my
good.
garden.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
you just top it off with some soda water.
Yeah.
Now,
And that's it.
But what about the turmeric? Do you put
Yeah,
like
the turmeric.
powder?
Yeah, the
Is that
turmeric powder. You can put, the recipe actually calls for, you can use fresh turmeric, which looks just like ginger, in case
Yeah.
you're wondering.
Pretty good.
You know what? We just discovered that. We had no idea what, like, the actual root looks like. Like, we've always used it in the powder form.
Right.
And it's funny because, like, our use of turmeric has been, I mean, we've been using it way before it was a trend. We just use it on, I think I was telling you, like everything, especially like all of our meat seasoning. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a meat that we don't add it to when we're cooking, and I think it takes away some of that, meaty smell, and it adds this like beautiful color, and it adds, just a little flavor. It's not overbearing.
But the nutritional value is unbelievable.
Right, and we had no idea really, unless, did you know it was nutritional?
I knew it's really beneficial for your body, but I didn't know to what level.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, I even was researching, before coming on the show, and, from anti-inflammatory, most people know, like, it's
Right.
anti-inflammatory, and they say inflammation causes everything, right?
Exactly.
But it is really great for, when people are going through chemo and radiation, it kind of helps with
I
some
read
of
that
the
too.
side
I just
effects.
started, finding out more and more about it, and
Yeah.
I mean, even to the extent of, I think I read something about hair loss.
Oh, really?
So it was like, I think you
Yeah.
should have more turmeric. I don't need that. I don't have that problem, but I think
I saw hair, I did notice that too, and acne.
Yes.
So they said
where you can actually rub on, but I think the actual, whatever you call it, the
Maybe they
Really?
should name a day for a turmeric day.
turmeric day.
They have every day. They have taco days. They have you name
Eat a
it, nacho
turmeric day.
days.
Yeah. All right,
To make it
turmeric
a
day.
Turmeric day.
Well, I prepared right in front of us a little appetizer. I used to be big into the cheese platters. Like I loved like just preparing the platter where it was like this
Yes,
beautiful,
it's
but it was
beautiful.
kind of focused on cheese, right?
Right,
and
right, right.
as I have many people in my life that have gone away from dairy, so focused on, you know, kind of a healthier platter sort
This is
of
beautiful.
appetizer.
This is beautiful.
And this is really Moroccan, it has like a little Moroccan influence. So I have some carrots and some radishes, and I did some blood oranges, some artichokes, did some goat cheese with some olive oil, pepper, and some herbs in there. We have some naan bread, the harissa sauce, olives, almonds,
Oh my gosh,
pomegranates, a
beautiful.
chutney. So there's all sorts of delicious things,
Yes.
but you know, pretty healthy and super colorful. So
Well, that's the Moroccan way. I was when you said Moroccan, I was like, oh, I'm so excited you picked a Moroccan theme today because I actually lived in Morocco for 2 years. My last 2 years of high school, and my parents were living overseas. I was saying how we had come, you know, originally to Boulder. My parents got their PhDs at CU Boulder. I grew up in Boulder. Then we moved to Ohio, and then they moved to Saudi Arabia. And then I needed a high school that, you know, was in English, and
Right.
it was a college preparatory high school, and it happened to be in Tangier, Morocco. So I had a beautiful experience in Morocco with Moroccan food and.
what's
it's
your
just,
favorite? Have you taken any? I mean, you were there pretty young, and usually in high school we're
Yeah.
not into you know, food and
Well,
exploring and so forth.
I would say we're pretty much foodies. So all our lives we've been foodies, and I think that's even back then I enjoyed the food there and the colorfulness of the food, and you know we
smells.
love pomegranate. Victor still he'll sit and cut pomegranates for each one of us, like individually. It's so good. I love it. Like he's so good about.
Not because I want to do it, they're lazy.
Well, I just
Other-
I am super lazy. I buy it from Whole
It's a
Foods
lot of-
in the little plastic container.
I just had a little accident with the ginger tumor. Whatever. So I think it's because of lack of alcohol in it. But it's too early.
It would be better.
Yeah.
It really
No,
would be
it's so
better.
good.
So help yourself to this, and I'm going to tell you about what we're going to make today. So we are just going to make two simple things today. One is a chicken with a maple turmeric sauce, really easy in a cast iron pan. It's good for just everyday use,
Yeah.
or for a dinner party. It's really super flavorful, but you can make the whole thing in about 20 minutes. And the other thing we're going to make is a salad with delicata squash. And this was my daughter's recommendation for it.
Nice.
She said, make that delicata squash recipe is my favorite. So I just discovered delicata squash maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and we have been making this salad as a part of our Thanksgiving dinner. So as we're in the fall right now,
That
and
sounds really good.
maybe somebody would be interested in a new dish for their Thanksgiving dinner. So I hope that people will like that.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
going to be fun. So anyway,
Thank
help
you.
yourself. You want
Thank you.
Sure,
you want
thank
to
you.
try? So that's some naan bread that I
Yes.
just toasted. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks so good. And you said this is goat cheese?
Yep. Goat cheese and some mango. So while we enjoy a little bite of this, I'll get ready for our next scene. Kind of put the chicken together and put it in the oven. Sound good?
What is this? What is this one?
Oh, that's mango chutney.
Oh my God, that's good.
I know.
Smell of sweet.
Okay, we're gonna start with our delicata squash. Have you seen a delicata squash before?
Yes.
You have? These are usually the ones that come in those bags at the, in the fall with all the gourds and stuff like that. I never even noticed them before. But the thing I like about them is the skin is really thin, so you don't have to peel it or anything. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna just cut really thin slices of this. I was trying to figure out which is the best knife, and it's not that knife.
Well, I'm glad you picked this because squash is not something we're familiar with. We don't cook a lot of squash, I don't think, right?
No.
Although I have, somebody gave me one last year, and I've used it as an ornamentation on my
Yes,
table.
right.
And it doesn't go, it's been there a year, and he keeps saying, are you gonna ever cook this or throw this away? And I'm like, no, it's still beautiful. So actually, I think I got it last fall, so it's still,
I know
it's still beautiful.
it's always
They're
part
just
of those
beautiful.
like gourd bags, you know,
Yeah.
for fall decor.
So even
right?
though we may not cook it, we enjoy the beauty of them. It's
Yeah.
Really.
So
really
I'm just
nice.
gonna cut these ends off, and I'm gonna grab a spoon because I forgot that, and then we'll get rid of those seeds, and then just cut it. So all we're gonna do is just cut them in really thin slices,
Okay.
and put some olive oil, and some salt and pepper, and that's it. So yeah, it
Now
kind of
you're-
smells
you're-
like pumpkin right
You're
now.
familiar. We're familiar with the seeds because that's a big. I don't know. I would say a snack that they toast the seeds of
Yeah,
pumpkins
right.
and all watermelon.
Oh, watermelon?
And,
I never heard of that.
The Middle Eastern cultures
Yeah.
love eating them as snacks. They roast them, and so yeah. I guess
That's fantastic.
we've been exposed to squash in other ways through the seeds.
Victor, where are you from?
Iran?
And do they do seeds, toasting seeds in Iran?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
it's one of the entertainment things.
Do you put, it's entertainment? Entertainment trying to find the veggie that has the seeds, or what? Trying
No,
to.
it's actually something that they do. They dry them up. They wash them really good. They dry them and then they toast them.
That could be a whole nother show.
Yeah. they
Seed,
put-
Well, and they have
put
like
the-
varieties.
yeah, you put different flavors and
They
stuff.
put a little bit of a water, and then to moisten up so it doesn't burn.
Okay.
They add a little bit of a lemon juice to it, and then they add a little bit of a salt to it, and then they keep on rotating it around till it browns out and it becomes, it's salty,
Yeah.
toasty.
But I could imagine it would be good with other flavors as well.
The seeds.
The seeds, yeah.
I don't know if they've done that,
Could
but
you?
they do like.
We don't do.
Well, they do that with pistachios. When they do pistachios, they're
Right.
like, like lime flavored or salt or.
But that wasn't the question about pistachio. It was about the seed.
I say like they have different also like flavors on those, but they have the thing about this, the seed thing, is they have
You start
different seeds like, watermelon, pumpkin.
This way?
Like,
Yeah.
so you
just
go to
cut
these
it,
stores.
and maybe turn it over this way. We'll make it a little easier.
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, just make them thin, and then we're
Thinner
gonna.
than this?
That
This
maybe
is
a
good?
oopsie. Oh,
Is this good?
we'll cut that part out. Yeah, that's good.
This thin?
Perfect.
Oh boy.
No, that size is good. That's perfect.
This is good.
perfect.
That's good. That's good.
So we're just gonna lay those out on
Lay
the
that out
baking sheet and put a little olive oil and salt and pepper on it. So what are your specialties then to cook? I know you guys cook a lot at home. You have any like favorites or what?
I really only cook because my kids, they ask me to. When they come to town, they don't want to go to restaurants.
Okay, that says a lot right there. They'd rather be at home.
And I really rather take them out
Yeah.
because I forgot since they've gone to their own lives basically, college and all that. Before I could cook in half an hour, now it takes half a day. Because I've quit cooking, so it's...
No, I bet you're getting, more elaborate and you want bigger, better meals.
It's called getting older. You just don't have the
Nadia, do you
energy for it.
do you want to slice some?
Sure.
I don't know if that knife is
This
good.
good?
Okay, that's perfect.
Well, I think that's good that it says something when your kids, they want to come home specifically for, home cooked meals.
I know.
But the not good part about it is they always ask if dad's doing the cooking because I think they prefer dad's over mine. But because I go more kind of like I try, different things, but he makes like a killer spaghetti. He makes a killer chili. He makes he makes kebabs. The traditional
I want to come to your house.
Persian kebabs with the rice and just really good stuff.
How many kids do you guys have?
We have two sons, and one is final year in college in California, UCLA, and then my older one is
Okay, here's another one for you.
in Chicago, and he's working
Off the payroll?
off the payroll.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that one day.
Believe it or not, he still asks for money. But
You're not done yet. You're not
It's
done
so
yet.
funny
There you go.
because he's doing well, thank God. But he's also getting his MBA at the same time. So he's almost done with that, and he's living in Chicago. He's got this beautiful
go and
apartment.
visit?
Oh yeah, we just came from there, overlooking the Tribune Tower and the river there. It's just beautiful.
Awesome. So, how long have you guys been in Greenwood Village?
So we've lived here
Unbelievable.
15 years. We bought our house
Very-
in
so
'03, and we remodeled it. It took 18 months. And now looking back, I guess that was our first fix and flip, but not really. We didn't flip it yet because we still live in it. But that's kind of got us into, the idea. We've always wanted to, remodel and, make things beautiful. And we always talked about it for years, and we just finally got around to getting, having the courage to do it for, ourselves. And we started it about 6 years ago.
So now you've been buying properties in,
Yeah.
in the Front Range area, or like a specific area? Is there a specific area you think that there's good value
The
to that?
closer to the house, the better. So you don't have to travel too much.
So if it's in your neighborhood, done.
You pay a little bit more if they're closer.
It's so funny because there was one in this neighborhood we looked at a couple of years ago, and he was like, he loved it because it literally was like he could walk to it. But so I mean, the closer obviously the better because you're out there. He runs, he goes out to each
Do you
place.
do
like,
any of the
6
work?
times a day.
Oh my gosh! So you don't do the?
No.
No,
You have a good crew?
He's not that great in the construction department, but no.
You're good designers.
We're
then.
learning. I've got him now. He's doing touch-up painting. That's a new skill. He's like getting to him because it's like sometimes you just can't wait for these people, and you got to put it on the market. I gave him the little brush, and he's going around the house and checking out all the little spots and putting in what I think you were. What were you doing the other day? Putting those the funny light bulbs. So we bought these vanities, and all of a sudden I'm thinking like, oh, we're done. And then the electrician guy says, oh, you need the special kind with the pins. And I'm like, what? So and it's like, oh my God. So like little things like that, like delays and little things like that. But it's fun.
Well, I want to know your tips, but I'm just going to tell everybody. I just
So you did.
put a little bit of olive oil over the top of this,
So
and
pretty.
some.
Looks good.
It does look good, It tastes really good. They really kind of shrink up a little bit after you bake them, so you need a lot. Sometimes I make it as a salad, and sometimes I make it just as a side dish. Today we're going to make it as a salad, so you don't need quite as many. But if you make it as a side dish, probably you need 2 pans,
Two pans,
of
Side
the
dish
squash.
just by itself. Just like this.
Yeah, so you can make it like this, and then we're putting this relish over the top, which is pomegranates and pistachios and a shallot and some other deliciousness that we'll get to in a minute. So I'm just gonna put this in the oven, 400 for maybe about 20 minutes. We're gonna flip it in between.
Okay.
Now this
All right.
is something new. I see you put parchment paper. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I love
So
parchment paper.
we
I
never
always
use
use it.
parchment, so I always think it's going to burn or whatever, but it's just
No, it
something
doesn't.
we haven't experienced it. And so what does it do?
Well, it's good for, like, the first thing is it's really good for your tray, and
So you don't have to clean
and
up?
not as much
Oh, you'd like
cleanup.
that, 'cause-
Yes, the parchment paper, great for cleanup. Also, really good for keeping the moisture in
Okay.
the whatever you're
just try that.
roasting.
Okay.
So So we're gonna make our chicken.
Okay.
I have a cast iron skillet right here, and we're gonna just brown the breasts on both sides, and then we're gonna make a little sauce and finish it off and put it in the oven. And we're gonna call this Moroccan chicken.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
Victor just asked me what we should call what this is called, and I'm like, I don't know, it's like turmeric, maple syrup, some tamari. You know, we're calling it
Sounds Moroccan.
Moroccan chicken. All right, so I have some.
Turmeric. Is it short?
No, is tamari which is like soy sauce?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is like the gluten-free soy sauce. Okay, so I have some avocado oil. I'd like to use like a neutral oil like that because the smoking point is a lot higher than regular olive oil. So you're not gonna, you're not gonna lose any of the
I
nutrients.
don't know that I've ever used avocado oil.
Yeah.
Does it taste?
It doesn't taste.
Taste like the
No,
flavor?
so
No.
then you're
Oh.
gonna taste the chicken and you're gonna taste this sauce.
Okay.
So, so I just have 3 pieces and I patted it dry. It's just organic chicken from Whole Foods. I've got the pan on medium high, and it's gonna just cook away for a few minutes. I'll put some salt and pepper on it. And while this is cooking, Victor,
Yes.
will you tell me how you guys met?
Oh my goodness.
No. I don't think I remember.
How long have you been married?
Too long.
Approximately.
40.
No, it's not. It's 33. It's funny because we don't really, we kind of have
I always say 40 because I'm 40 years old. So
Yes, that's
I've
right.
always been married since I was day when I was born. No, I think it's 35, 36.
33.
Yeah.
33.
Isn't that the vicinity? It's over 30 anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
so did you meet in the U.S. or were you
Yes.
in? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think he was planning, when he came to the U.S. to kind of fall in love with the Iraqi girl. But anyway, it's funny because they have to, for foreign students to come, if it's not their first language, they have to, like the SATs, take a similar test, and it's called the TOEFL test. And there were schools that, you could attend as a foreign student. The one he ended up picking was on my women's college campus. Of all the places he could have picked, he could go on a women's college campus.
You knew what you were doing.
Ah, really?
Absolutely.
I was confused. I was a young, confused man.
He knew
So
very
what college was that?
It doesn't exist anymore, but it was Colorado Women's College. It's where, where Johnson and Wales University is now on Montview and Quebec, basically. It's beautiful. It's beautiful architecture, beautiful buildings, and it was a women's college. I think up until I would say maybe the 80s or something, if I'm not mistaken. But it's so funny because it was all women's college, but then they had this foreign school on the campus. And a couple of times he passed by and apparently said hello to me, and I totally ignored him like a good girl. But I guess he pursued. Actually, one day he used to have a beard, and I just don't like men with beards, so it was like
I don't know all the details.
I know.
It's really unique, not go into all the
I
details.
know. Well,
The
anyway,
details are the fun
I
part of
know.
it.
The detail, so when his friend had a birthday party, to make it long story short, and then he came, and I remember he was with a Venezuelan girl and I distinctly remember very tight jeans, and he walked in and he didn't have a beard, and I'm like, oh, who's that cute guy? All of a sudden I noticed him. And actually that's when we met, and the next day he was leaving for Idaho State University, so then we just had a long, distance relationship. And then he moved to California, and then somehow he convinced me to move to California and finish school there. And then we came back to Colorado because Colorado is our state.
We love it.
Yeah, we just love it.
You guys have traveled, that's for sure.
Yeah, we traveled a lot too.
Lived in a lot of places.
We did. We did do a lot of traveling. This last December, we did a trip, I think it was 21 days to Southeast Asia. We saw, like 6 countries, 9 cities in like 20 days. It was
That sounds fantastic.
vacation.
I'm making a huge mess here. Okay, this is looking good. I think we should make our, hold on 1 second. Okay, we're getting a little messy here. I'm gonna just put this sort of over the top so that we can keep that at bay. All right, so while this is finishing up, we are just gonna mix a little sauce together for the top. And this is our turmeric sauce. And Nadia, if you don't mind, would you do the garlic? So just put a little garlic in there. And all these sauces is we've got garlic, turmeric, maple syrup, and then we have some tamari sauce, and that's it. So just as soon as we're done there, we will probably, just kind of keep that together. I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So this is probably good.
Oh, this is a little different than mine.
All right.
Do you want a lot of garlic or?
Yeah, I want all those.
Oh, all of them, okay.
Yeah. And then I measured the rest of the stuff out.
Did we mention Victor's allergic to garlic?
No, I'm kidding.
No, it's
Oh my God.
dehydrated.
Yeah, you can put a few in there. When people come over to the house and they say that they don't like cilantro or they don't like garlic, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm
I know.
No, I love garlic, but garlic doesn't like me.
It doesn't.
No,
This is
dehydrates me,
Okay.
wakes me up. But during the day, if I eat it, it's going to be okay for my.
And if it's
at
cooked?
night, if it's cooked, it's also okay.
It's okay. It's when it's like kind of
It's
raw.
Yeah, that's good.
This is different.
So this is, okay, that should be good.
Be good?
And then we're just gonna dump the rest of the stuff in here. So
Okay.
we got the turmeric. Yeah, you can do that. And we have some salt and pepper. And our maple syrup. This is like a really yummy maple syrup too.
So speaking of travel, you know your kids, you raised them as foodies.
Yeah.
When they travel and they send you pictures instead of like the, when they're in Europe or some exotic place, they, instead of sending like pictures of the sights and stuff,
Yeah.
they send us pictures of like their entrees and what they ordered. And
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I'm like, that's great, but can I see pictures of
Yeah.
Prague and whatever, wherever they were, and
So all we're gonna do now is just sort of put this over the top. And then I'm gonna finish this off in the oven.
that's great.
You put this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this whole thing, and that's the cool thing about this cast iron skillet, because you can just put the whole thing in the oven. So just gonna transfer it right here. I'm gonna look at our squash. Our squash are almost done. They look fabulous.
That's really
I'm
good.
gonna put this in here.
And see what the Moroccans would do? They would put this in a tagine. It's called a
Oh,
tagine.
yeah.
Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
The little, they're made out of clay, I
Clay.
think. And then it's got this like hood that goes on top. And it's just beautiful, and it cooks
Smells
in
like
that.
the garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cooks, with the juices, and
That sounds
the
delicious.
only thing is you gotta take out all those what do you call those tray racks in your oven because
yeah.
it's so high.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the squash out, and I think we're gonna just turn it, give it a little turn, see if it
God,
needs
it
it.
looks
So
so
it
good.
looks really good, doesn't it?
yes.
Okay.
Isn't it beautiful how it just has the natural, like,
It's so pretty.
like a
so
smiley
excuse me,
face.
I'm just gonna
I
grab.
just learned something. You can, instead of putting salt and pepper, if you want it sweet, you put sugar on it.
You could.
And a little
or maple
cinnamon.
syrup.
Maple
syrup,
it-
Cinnamon with sugar,
Well, squash would
and
is.
then it'll turn.
caramelized.
Yeah, I try to kind of avoid the sugar thing. You have so much
Or you
sugar.
can have 2 trays.
Yeah.
One sweet and sour.
Yeah. These are delicious. I love just
Sweet and
eating them.
I
savory.
like the colors.
Yeah. And it will look beautiful with the green salad. So I have some arugula, but you can use any mixed green that you like in terms of a salad. And really, most people just eat it as a side dish without the salad, but I like the salad with it. It just makes it beautiful.
So what are your staple food products in your, like must-haves in your kitchen?
in my kitchen?
Yes.
Well, I think, so my favorite thing is, like the show Chopped, where they have, all these random things.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite thing to do, is like to make something out of nothing, where I
Yes.
think, like, my kids would be like, we have nothing to eat. And I'm like, I can make something,
yeah, exactly.
So I do like a variety of things, but, I believe, like, if you have an onion,
Yes.
if you have some potatoes,
Yes,
like
yeah.
cans of tomatoes or chopped tomatoes.
Yeah.
I also really like coconut milk. Like you
yeah.
can make, a really awesome sauce and Thai flavored, Thai infused kind of things with coconut milk, or smoothies with coconut milk.
That's funny you say that about coconut milk, because I think you start realizing, we're becoming seniors, and you start forgetting things. When I went into my pantry the other day, and I found like 5 cans of coconut milk. And I'm like, every time I go in the store, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, if I see it and I'm walking by, I'll like pick one up and thinking I don't have one. And then all of a sudden I have like 5 of them. Now I gotta figure out, what am I gonna cook with coconut
some Thai.
milk?
So all you need,
I know, and we love Thai food, so.
all you really need is that Thai chili paste, either the red or the green.
green, yeah.
I like both of them. They're the small little jars.
The ready-made ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you
then,
just add coconut
and then just
milk?
add coconut milk and maybe some broth, like some
Wow.
vegetable broth or something, and
Nice,
just,
okay.
if you want to do rice, or you want to do like rice noodles or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That sounds
some
good.
scallions, some peanuts, any kind of veggie that you have, throw it all together.
I did it
like
once
that.
with, I think I had shrimp, and I had coconut, and I made like a coconut shrimp
I would-
curry. Oh, it's so good. It's so
Yeah.
delicious.
And that's another thing, like just bags of frozen shrimp in the freezer.
Yeah, exactly.
That,
So anything
Easy.
easy. Yeah,
Anything
that
yeah,
easy.
it's easy.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, so while this is cooking, we're gonna just flip over to the other side of the kitchen, put together our salad, and then voila, we're done.
Okay.
It was easy.
It was
Nice.
really.
Yeah. We're still enjoying our mocktails,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're delicious.
I highly recommend you guys try
It
these.
really grows
People-
on you. It's so delicious.
People of all ages. So what we're gonna do right now is just assemble the salad and pull the squash out of the oven, okay? Victor, would you mind chopping this mint?
It smells delicious already. I can
I
smell
know,
it.
it smells so good in here. So I just have some fresh arugula we're gonna lay down on our tray here. And then we're gonna make this relish. And the relish just calls for some pomegranate seeds. I will have the exact recipe online,
This is very
greenwoodvillage.com.
Moroccan-esque or whatever. It's so pretty with the brass and
thank
copper.
you. So we have some pomegranate seeds here. We have some pistachios. I actually toasted the pistachios, so just not with any oil or anything, just dry in the oven.
You roasted them?
Yeah.
Serious? Oh my
So
God.
it's not that big
That's
of a deal.
amazing.
Just like on a little tray,
Nice.
whatever. That's it.
We're big pistachio fans.
Oh, I love pistachios.
And actually, from Iran, they have the best pistachios in the world. His parents, every time they go there, they bring us for like, oh my God, it's like bags of pistachios. They're so
I
good.
love pistachios. I love the ones that are salt and pepper. Do you know that?
Oh, by
salt
Trader Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Trader Joe's.
I really like those. And I have some raisins, or you can use currants, or I used the golden raisins just because that's what I had.
Yes.
So raisins are good, or currants, whatever. And then I have 2 shallots that I chopped
love
up.
shallots.
So really, really good
Oh, I smell the
flavor.
onions.
Everyone should at least once substitute shallots for onions in a dish. It's an amazing substitute. It's just delicious.
I totally agree.
Are these small enough?
Yeah, I like them this small. Yeah, a
The
little bit
smaller
smaller.
the better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the dressing is just apple cider vinegar, and I think it's 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil. So easy. Just you want to stir that up, Nadia, and I'm going to put some salt and pepper in there.
Oh, this
And then-
looks like our food is so good. All these
It
ingredients.
is just really
That we
delicious
love. These are like-
flavors.
yeah.
Just some sea salt.
So I was asking, you know how I was asking you about what your staples in your kitchen are. So
Yeah.
ours obviously is turmeric. That's number one. But good, obviously,
How could it
good.
be your number one? You're out of it.
Well, we need to get some. Yes, I agree right now. We just realized that we were out of it the other day, and he was like freaking out, like, "What are we? Where is it?" I'm like, "I think we're out." So
That's, okay.
we
Perfect.
good.
Well done.
Good
you.
olive oil is the next
I
thing.
could not agree more. I'm just gonna hold that thought. I'm gonna
Okay.
grab the yummy squash. These look perfect. Okay, so I've got our squash here.
Oh,
and
yum.
I like to just sort of lay them, you know, nicely. Sometimes I really arrange them on the on the lettuce. But just
colors
the
are-
colors are beautiful.
Against the green is just so fallish.
Yeah, and I
autumn.
do love the, you know, kind of the warm with the cold salads.
Yeah.
So I made this recipe, I want to say 3 years ago for Thanksgiving. And we have a huge Thanksgiving that my mom hosts every year, and you know everybody tries to bring something
Yeah.
new and different. And I made this was a massive hit for Thanksgiving. I think people enjoyed, you know, something fresh to, you know,
Try something different.
and,
yeah.
and even salad-like, right?
It's like one of my kids' favorite meals of all time. It's Thanksgiving. They just they love
my
it.
kids too.
And it's so funny. They, you know, I always like want to invite people or go over to somebody's and have them do the cooking. And they just always like, Mom, can we just do our family? They just like want to be home, sit and
Yeah.
eat us, like, you know, and
Eat
be in
all
their,
day.
Yeah, be in their jammies and then sit and watch football the rest of the day. And I'm like,
That sounds
yeah, but
perfect.
that's a lot of work. I mean, I like to go to people's house and enjoy, you know, like
I know.
the goodies.
Or at least have somebody else, you know, clean up.
Yes, yes.
You know, I
yes.
wouldn't mind like making the whole Thanksgiving dinner and then having a bunch
Somebody
of elves coming in
and cleaning
it
up.
all up. But I use every pan in the house.
Yeah.
So
Oh
this,
my God,
this
this
recipe
looks
for
amazing.
the relish is actually kind of big. So usually I do make this for a load of people, or you can just eat this on its own. It's so good.
Looks good.
But
Victor, have you remembered the recipe?
Sure.
greenwoodvillage.com. We'll have the recipe for
Okay,
you.
okay.
Yeah. Add
Although
this,
he's not a
add this.
recipe guy, he just got to remember it. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm good with.
He
I'm the
can-
same way. I just like
yeah.
the ingredients.
Yes.
Like, just tell me the ingredients and I'll figure
Right,
it out.
right.
Right. Okay, so here's our salad.
and tamari is not an acronym, or not acronym, but a whatever
Substitute
you call
for
it.
a fancy name.
For turmeric. It's
Yeah.
like a soy sauce. It's a soy sauce.
Yeah, it's gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free soy
Gluten-free
sauce.
soy
yeah.
sauce, okay.
But it tastes the same as soy sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we learn
here-
something every day, huh?
That's right. All right, so here's our salad.
Like the
All right.
colors.
Oh,
Looks
it's
good,
beautiful.
right? And we're just gonna
And
get
it
our
looks
chicken
very
out,
Moroccan.
and that's it. Looks good. All right, excuse me.
There we go. Oh my God, it looks so good.
It does look good.
Oh, sounds good too.
So this is, I mean, this is a super,
How
you know,
easy
like I
was that?
said, weeknight meal or Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this could be Thanksgiving. Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah. And turmeric with all those delicious flavors.
This reminds me so much. I had a Moroccan, what do you call it? A Moroccan evening nights party for my women's investment club one summer.
Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
It was so fun. We had, you know, it was outdoors, and I had all my Moroccan lanterns, and then I actually got
Oh, thank you.
I got a real Moroccan cook to cater the food, and she made like salads like this. They were just so colorful, like a she had a beet salad and then a, what do you call it, a carrot salad, and then chicken dishes like this, and it brings me back. And then we got a belly dancer to come that night, and
Oh, that
was
sounds like
so
a
fun.
fantastic
And
evening.
She was getting the men to like dance with her. Even I think Victor danced too, so it was really, really a nice
Why not?
evening. Why not?
That sounds great.
So this is yummy. It just, it looks like it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Well, I hope
I like
it's
the
good.
colors.
Yeah,
And
the
she spent all day cooking, and look
The-
at this. You did this in
I
what?
know.
Less than
I mean, this would be really good. I mean, you could for sure add a grain to this. Like what you've been talking about couscous. A couscous
Yes.
dish with this would be delicious, or even some
Oh,
kind of
it's
potato
beautiful.
or something. But
Beautiful.
this is my kind of meal where we've got a good protein, and then we've got all the fun salad nuts and just awesome textures.
And the best ingredients. I mean, these are like our favorites. How can you go wrong? Pistachios?
I know. Yeah, it does look pretty good. Okay, so here we have it, our Moroccan chicken, named by Nadia, and our delicata squash, pomegranate, pistachio salad.
Everything yummy salad.
The smells are really, really good. I thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks
I
for
loved
having us. We learned something.
You did?
Yes, we did.
Oh, thank you.
And it looks really good. And it smells good.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
So from Nadia, Victor, and myself, bon appetit. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out greenwoodvillage.com for the recipes. And please write in with your comments, suggestions, or if you want to be on the show, we'd love to have you. Thank you.